Hi there, Symes here, and welcome to my little guide on the WAVEMIN and how to play it. We love the WAVEMIN. We used to hate it. We didn't hate it. We were just scared of it because it's it's very scary. Because you got Jonathan, the lead dev, playing Beethoven's Fifth on it, and the rest of us are just like, stick your hand in it, make a noise, mate. Yeah, awesome, super. Yeah, limited to risers and droppers. No clue where you start or where you stop, tonal wise. But anyway, yeah, so the wave machine here used to be very scary. It still is a little bit scary. But yeah, it's been tamed a little bit thanks to Björn, who we now have a skin. Yeah, press the button, that button there. Now got a skin, and we've got some stuff on the edges. So you can see as I put my right hand in, see the grey lines going up and down, and then on the bottom here, they're not just for decoration. They are essential for playing the wave machine now, and it's awesome to have them. But anyway, the wave machine, I keep calling it wave machine. I'm sorry, I'm going to do it. WAVEMIN, it doesn't register in my tiny brain, so I'll try. So the WAVEMIN is the alpha, is the Peaky Blinders gangster of Virtuoso's instruments. And why? Because it does not care what scale you're in. It doesn't care what notes you want to play, and it doesn't care what notes you want to put in or take out of your scale. Let me just get the board up. And there I am in a E flat minor scale there. The board it doesn't care that you want E flat minor. It's chromatic. It has all of them, and it will not change. It does what it wants, not what you want. It's a chromatic scale right from the bottom down here to the top. And somewhere within that range is your scale. Yay. Stop your bloody crying, mate, and play me. It's somewhere in there is your scale, and this is why I smile every time I play the WAVEMIN, because I know it's out to get me, and I have been 7 minutes into a live sort of recording, went for my wave machine, and bum no, and that's the end of that. But yeah, not anymore, thanks to Björn. Thank you for the skin, Björn. I love it. So where are the notes? Okay, so let's go chromatic. Let's do it. There. So there's my notes in my wave machine. Somewhere. Where are they? So I have brought with me, a visual aid. If I press that button, some of it comes up. And I press that button. There's more. There we go. So I have painstakingly worked out where the notes are on this thing, and it opened up some of the philosophy behind it, actually, while I'm playing and how. So I can confidently tell you, I think, that it covers 5 octaves from bottom to top. It starts with an E flat right down here. Let's carry on. Yeah, it starts with an E flat down here and ends up with like D and a little bit at the top there. Now, to make a noise in the wave machine, you can put your hands in. You have to put your hands in amongst these swimming little atoms. Let's call them atoms. We know what they look like, but let's call them atoms. He's a gangster. He's got atoms swimming around. He's that full of testosterone. Press your button. Now we've got 3 buttons to press with all instruments that we've got, really. You got your A button right down here, like E flat-ish, and then you've got your trigger button, and then you've got your grip button. They all play. Now, they do something different. So I know this is a C, and I'm going to play this. And I'll prove it to you. Let's just set that to C, so that becomes a C. Bit low. Let's go. That's my C. And find the other C, which is up here. So between here and there is 1 octave, basically. All of that. All 12 of them. Between there and there. And you would like to think that if we're here with the C, we can go here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and finally get to our other C, but no, that would be too easy. So you can see there's like 1, 2, the C's the 1. And now we want 12, right? Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then back to the other C on number 13. So let's try it. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. It's not 12. So this chromatic scale and this guide aren't friends. It's gangster, I tell you. It's a gangster. So you start off with your C here, and as you go up, it slightly drags. Until you get there. And that takes serious practice to know where your notes are. But the best thing to do is just learn where your C's are, so you can get to it, your C's and your E's, and maybe even if you're really dedicated, you do this to whatever scale that you've set to if you wanted to, until you can finally just go, yeah, I want to play an F. Ooh, I'm playing an F. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, no. So it's still a really, really, really tricky instrument to play, but this gives you a guide. Before we had the skin, it was a case of stick your hand in and hope. No, that's not a C, that's an A. Yeah, but now we have the guide. So yeah, life is sorted. Not, but yeah, sort of. Yeah, let's talk about what the triggers did. I say that this covers 5 octaves, so we know that's 1 octave. There, and now we're going to press that with our thumb. It's a lower octave. Now the trigger. It's a middle octave. And finally the grip button, which is a higher octave. So you've got 3 octaves with just going. So. That's a 3 octave coverage right there. And if I push the low frequency button, A button, there, and then the trigger, the mid frequency, it's the same note and it's on the same frequency. So that tells me that we go from low to high, 1 octave, straight back up, 3 octave coverage. But then we've got the tail underneath here. That's 4 octave coverage, and then the high, pressing the grip button, 5 octave coverage. Yeah, although those octaves aren't complete, you've still got them there as top and tail. So 5 octaves there that you can play, but I try and stick within those now. If you can learn where the notes are there and go to them instantly, it's going to be the same for whatever track, whatever scale that you put in. It's going to be exactly the same. It's never going to change. Bless it. So yeah. So that's the way forward with that. So which can give you some. It can give you some fun. You can actually play 3 octaves. You can't. You can't separate them if you press them all together, but yeah, you can. You can't quite get a chord. Let's get up the. So we've got the ARP set here. Let's take that off and see if we can get a chord going. See, it's more full of sound. Now, because it's a wave machine and it's chromatic and it has a whole frequency, there's no gaps missing from that frequency. It's all the way up, which means that your C that you're playing here there is one position to get that perfect C. Slightly off, and you're on your way to your D flat, your C sharp. And that is why it's a very difficult instrument to play, because you only have to be minutely out, and you're sounding like an idiot. Right, so with that covered, let's get to what the rest of these lines are. So these ones I figured out at the top. Hear that? It's not that they're irrelevant, because you can still do the same here. They work together. They basically just give you a guide of where you are in the 3D space. So if I'm back here and I'm back here, down here, see this little thing waving down here, I'm far away. And this is the variation, the modulation that you get within this, that as you get closer to the corners, and it works same there, as you go into that corner, you get a fuller sound. And this is really important, because if you just dance around in the middle, let's get some bass going here. And let's put the ARP on. That's pretty good. That's a good bass line. And what are we on? 80s to 1 is 2. Go down. Yeah. Let's go back to... No, we don't want to go back to that, because it doesn't have a C on it. Let's play this. Come here. C. It's all the way up there. Let's go there. So you're matching the sound that you'll get if you play the board for bass. If you're playing in this middle area, yeah, that's the best you're going to get from bass line from the instruments, because you go any lower than that, you start getting modulation, you start getting artifacts on your looping and stuff like that. So you're pretty much down at 1, -1, -2 for your bass line, and you can do that. The same thing with Wave Machine. But the Wave Machine, as you progress from the middle to these back corners, actually, I'm not sure if it does it in the middle. No, it's only these back, and there's these back corners. Listen to what it does, what a bass does. That is the best bass line in Virtuoso, is with the Wave Machine. Obviously, you can play with your preset sounds, and you play with your feedback and echoes and stuff like that. But the Wave Machine will give you the best pumping bass line than any other instrument in Virtuoso, especially when you're down here. It's about normal there. Listen. That's the bass line you can get from that. I think we turn that one on. Infinitely better. Especially with the ARP on. So now you're into what do I do with it, with this bass line. And yeah, you can manipulate this. It's almost like a bass boost, a subwoofer boost into the corner and back to give yourself, trying to stay horizontal, because that's the way you've got to do it. You see the grey guide, you've got both hands there. You have to try and stay on this. yeah, so that's pretty much the ASBO of instruments, the wave machine. And yeah, like I say, put the skin on, absolutely essential for you to learn the position of the notes. And eventually when you're like, Jonathan, you can go in there and you go, yeah, that's exactly what I want, and I know what it is. And yeah, but yeah, it's going to take me a lifetime to get there. A minute to learn, a lifetime to master. So yeah, that's the wave machine. Take it away, have fun, and stop bloody crying, mate.